games, and he's good for 43% of their made goals outside the arc. Speaking of made goals outside the arc, Frank Davis is also a threat to shoot that ball. He's been dealing with a little bit of a sore back in recent games. Will Barnes, probably the most consistent player on this team, misses his first shot. And the rebound by Hudson. Weddle all the way to the basket, and 2 layups early for UT Martin.
You folks at home, you're going to hear those 2 names a lot tonight, Weddle and Hudson. 2 of the best guards not only in this conference, but maybe in college basketball.
Davis misses. Long rebound belongs to the Skyhawks.
You know, we've talked about Hudson's average at 27 points per game. Weddle is at 13 points per game, and they're the 2 guys that really UT Martin really rely on when it comes to long-range bombing.
2 for 3 so far from the field for UT Martin. Tennessee Tech 7-2 here on their home floor so far this season. Hudson, and he is fouled. That'll go against Darnell Lindsay.
You know what makes it even more remarkable to me is the fact that while he's averaging 27 points a game, you know that each time out, a coach, the opposing coach, is always looking for a defense to stop him. He may put 2 guys on, he may put more.
Weddle misses. Tap up, no good. Daniel Northern had his hands on the ball, and it's finally controlled by the Golden Eagles. UT Martin getting back quickly. No chance for transition game. Here's Frank Davis for 3, and he's got it. He needs to have a good game tonight for Tennessee Tech to stay in this one.
Hey, when you're ranked 5th in the conference in 3-point shooting, that's what you expect to see.
Delrico Lane, you see that left hand taped up. He's got some ligament damage in that left hand he's been dealing with all year. Lane, very strong rebounder, deceptively so, and he gets to the offensive glass as well. And here goes Lester Hudson. 1 on 4, air ball, and that shot was partially blocked. Daniel Northern controls it. He's got his first rebound of the night. He did not pick up a rebound his last game, breaking a string of 58 consecutive games with at least 1. Davis on a mini 5-0 run of his own, and Tech has their first lead.
Tennessee Tech has very balanced scoring. They don't have anybody above 11 points, and they've got 4 guys in double figures. And these are the 2 top scoring teams in the OVC.
Yeah, these 2 teams are only separated by a 1/10 of a point when it comes to points per game.
Nice pass by Lane.
Weddle goes right down the baseline. Inside shot, no good, but the rebound tap is up and in.
Looked like Reidewald was the one that got it.
Reidewald indeed. Killer crossover.
Oh,
nice
what a
fish
pass.
inside. Northern to finish, but it was all about the delivery by Lindsay.
DJ looking like MJ right there. Oh, was that a terrific play?
Getting some good offensive execution early in this game tonight.
1-4 set by UT Martin. The double post. Free throw lines extended.
Hudson has the ball stripped. Long pass ahead to Northern. In traffic, shot up good, and a chance at a 3-point play. Will Barnes with his first bucket. The junior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with a chance at an old-fashioned 3-point play. Keys for Tennessee Tech, consistency on both ends. And they're going to try to contain the other 4 on the floor and let Hudson have his points.
Well, I think that's really a pretty good move on their part, because you just got to figure Hudson's going to be in the 25 to 30 point range. You just got to be able to shut those other 4 guys down, or at least contain them.
Barnes comes off. Elijah Muhammad on for the first time tonight. Muhammad will get a lot of minutes at the point, junior college transfer. Off the made free throw, no full court pressure employed right now by Tennessee Tech. And Delrico Lane will walk it up.
The guy's really handling the ball well, better in the 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. That's what you want from your point guard.
Hudson senses the double team, then the dish. Nice ball fake by Reidewald. He puts it in off the window.
Oh, man, from the Amsterdam, the Netherlands, was a pretty nice move right there.
Long 3 from the wing, no good that time for Lindsay. Rebound controlled by Hay. Olajide Hay, he's really added a lot to the Skyhawks since becoming eligible to start of the second semester.
Once he got his academic house in order and he really started to come out here and play, I mean, it has been a big difference for this basketball team. He provides a lot of energy to them.
Jumper off the baseline, no good. All White underneath the basket, and Davis comes out of there with it. Another three from the wing, and that one is up and good by Lindsay. So Tennessee Tech on their home floor, they've come out quickly against UT Martin. Hudson for three, air ball.
I got to tell you, Darnell Lindsay's doing a pretty good job defending him right now in the early stages here.
Davis for three. That would have been big if he could have knocked it in. Inameti could not control the offensive board. It'll belong to the Skyhawks when we return. 14:39 to go in our first half. Inside, the hammer by Daniel Northern. The Golden Eagles lead UT Martin. Tennessee Tech in the midst of a 13-4 run right now. It's 13-8, 14:39 to go in our first half. And Lester Hudson still looking for his first points of the night.
Yeah, a pretty good job again done by Darnell Lindsay on him, at least in the early stages here.
International Skyhawks, Dominique Pondo, Ben Conjusta from Australia, and Andreas Irarasabal from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Just 7 natives of the Netherlands in college basketball, D1 basketball this year. And he starts for Brett Campbell. They're talking to Brett Campbell a little bit about that earlier today. Said he really doesn't have that much familiarity with foreign players. And one thing that worked to his advantage, all 3 of those guys hit junior colleges before they went to UT Martin. So they all are very fluent in English. There's a steal and a foul as Lindsay is coming back the other way. Field goals early. Tennessee Tech 50% on their 2-point attempts, and they've already knocked in 2 from beyond the arc.
Well, UT Martin at only 30% with 3 for 10, and Lester Hudson has yet to get untracked.
Golden Eagles with the basketball. They've knocked in 5 of their last 7 field goal attempts. Here's Muhammad. Lindsay got it. Boy, he is feeling it right now, and he's not afraid to put it up. That's 2 threes here in the early going.
Tennessee Tech looks very relaxed.
They do.
Very confident at this point in the game.
16-8. Wall kicks it back outside. Weddle, line drive. Ooh, that's a tough shot. Right in Mike Sutton's face in front of the Golden Eagles bench.
Weddle was freshman of the year in the Ohio Valley Conference last year, and what a potent combination that is to have those 2 guards out there, he and Hudson.
Boy, Hudson picks up his first foul.
I tell you, he almost could have fallen back into the Tennessee Tech bench. He was so far out. Watch Weddle right here. Probably a step from being out of bounds. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is beyond the three-point line of the NBA.
Check the arc on this shot.
Hey, it all counts the same.
That was a line drive for sure. Jump shot off the baseline, up and good, and DJ Lindsay's off to a great start. $18-11.
You know, the way we talked about these 2 clubs, you would have thought that the team that has won 8 of their last 9 would be Tennessee Tech the way they've started.
Del Rico Lane with the dish. Here's Hudson, and Lester Hudson his first basket.
Give Lane credit. That was a nice move. He got the dribble penetration into the lane. Anytime you get in there, you are a threat to do something with the basketball. You force the defense to react, and they did, and that left Lester Hudson wide open.
So Hudson's on the board. Nice quick move on Muhammad to the goal.
Well, Tennessee Tech hitting it on all cylinders right now. We haven't even played 8 minutes yet, and they've already put 20 points on the board.
Well, you know, you take a look at their games in the Ohio Valley Conference thus far. You know, a couple of breaks go their way. They could be undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, Mike Sutton was telling me that the other day. He said the losses to Morehead State and to Eastern Kentucky could have just as easily been the other way for them.
The Eastern Kentucky game, they were down 13 points with 5 minutes to go. Went on a 14-2 run, got back to within 1, and then couldn't close it out. Weddle to the goal, lays it up and in. Boy, UT Martin, their guards so quick.
Yeah, Zach Bailey had an attempt maybe at trying to block that shot, but once he got that close to the basket, said, nope, not going to foul him, let him going to put it up there.
Both of these teams will use a lot of players. 2 new Skyhawks will check in at the next opportunity. Boy, Lindsay has been red hot from that spot. Here's the dump down to Northern. And Northern stepped on the baseline. College basketball action continues with a doubleheader Friday night on ESPNU. First at 7 Eastern, Loyola, Maryland, the Greyhounds take on the Jaspers of Manhattan. Then at 9, Wright State, the Raiders take on